So I was doing a podcast for somebody before that, and I had to bring the mic close to the mouth, and I was like, he's like, oh, why does it have to be close? I goes, yeah, just so we can catch the audio properly. So just very close, like almost like kiss it. He goes, oh, you want me to kiss?
Like
He said you want me to kiss your mic. I said wait. I said stop. Let's.
Lips this mic.
No. No one has kissed it, but they've been very close. Very close.
Okay.
Anyways, man, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Where's Your Head Up podcast. It is your boy KD.
King Groove.
Snowed it.
And we got a special guest in the building. State your name, brother.
My name is JyellowL, aka Jiggy J. Yes, sir. Let's go. Thanks for having me.
Jiggy J.
Jiggy J.
I love it.
I love it.
Where did the Jiggy come from?
I just thought Jiggy sounds cool.
Yeah.
There was no process. There was no creative process. I was like, Jiggy J. I said it on the record one time and then it stuck with me.
It stuck.
Sounded good.
Yeah.
It sounded good, I'll be honest.
You're dressed for the weather, sir?
Bro, it was hard. I tried wearing a t-shirt. I was sweating, so I'm here. in the heat.
18.
Is it 18?
Yeah, it's 18 right now.
18, yeah?
It's hot. It's crazy. I'm not dressed for the weather. I'm sweating.
Yeah,
sweating.
You boys are not dressed for the weather, though. That's the thing.
No, but in Ireland, you have to be dressed for both weathers.
Just in case.
Just in case, bro. Because it's peak.
That's why I have my jumper strapped
rain
around
jacket
my
on top.
waist.
That's literally me. That's literally me.
100%.
Sure.
Rain jacket, regular jacket, windbreaker, all of it. Everything in the car, everywhere. I'm prepared for whatever. Bro. Trust
Yeah,
me.
man. How's the week been, anyways?
The week's been all right. Busy week. I just recently got into like event promotion, event planning and stuff. And it's a crazy.
Hard work, yeah?
It's hard work. It's annoying work, man, because I hate working with artists. Artists are so annoying. Like this.
Let's go straight in. Let's go straight in.
Like
Every promoter that has been in this position with me, I'm sorry. I completely understand where you're coming from, where you're complaining. Jay, you're not doing enough. You're not promoting enough. You're not doing. I get it. My bad. Please take heart.
Well, so what is this specifically about an artist that annoys you?
For some reason, yeah, and I know this because I'm like this as well. Artists, when it's not their own headline show or whatever, or something that they have enough skin in the game, they don't want to promote as much or make as much noise about it, even though realistically, every show that you're performing at is gonna benefit you. It's your show. You get me? Like you should, man. People need to change that mindset, but I'll start with myself.
Yeah.
I'm a culprit too, but
What type of event are you trying to do?
so in the heat sessions, the idea is we're gonna pack out unconventional venues, right?
Yeah.
Right now we're doing it in a sneaker shop. Last time we did it at Tola Vintage Basement, and we filled the room with like, let's say 50 people or so.
Yeah.
And the idea is just to get it bouncing and get the energy of the room is dictated solely by the beats and the bars of the artist. So it really is down to you being a true MC and seeing.
Oh, like you're going like for rappers, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's for rappers.
So is it like battle rapping?
No, not even battle rapping, because I know people might not necessarily
Want to do that,
do that right now.
Is it because people don't they don't believe in themselves that they can do that?
They ain't even got the sauce to
You
do
know,
it.
I don't really know,
Yeah.
like, but at the same time, it's a skill for battle
a
rapping as
skill,
well,
yeah.
for sure. But like, if you have enough confidence in your MCing, because that's a completely different thing. Everyone can record and do this. But to be an MC, like, be able to control the energy of a room, just based on like your lyrics, your flows, your delivery, get wheel ups, all of that, mosh pits, and if you get a wheel up in the heat, it's meant to be a badge of honor because a DJ is very strict. He doesn't just wheel up for vibes.
Who's your DJ?
JyellowL.
Oh, I think I know. Yeah, no.
Story.
It's hard to say DJ JyellowL. It's hard. No, easy something.
DJ. Yeah, it's
That's a tongue twister.
DJ
JyellowL.
Bro, if he's sharp, he'll cut that clip.
Yeah.
If he's sharp.
That's yours, free. Okay, that's cool though. I don't. Do you know what? I've not heard of an event like that in Ireland. I've not heard.
Bro, if you were still rapping, you would have been one of the first people out of call.
Of course, man.
100%.
You're boosting this guy's ego for no reason.
It's not my fault. No, but
how many rappers did you call up?
So the first one, it was myself and then Dendo on the undercard. And Dendo as well, he impressed me, did his thing. He usually performs with me as like a hype man, but this was the first time in a long time that he had his own set, just his own stage to shine. And the idea is that we want to spotlight people like that, not necessarily just the big names, but this one today, we got Smiles and we got Joe Vinci. So.
Okay.
Oh, Joe Vinci has been putting out some good music lately.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Wait, is that today?
That's today.
Oh, cold.
Like, as soon as this finishes,
You're flying up there.
That's sick.
And you're running it.
Yeah, myself and
your
two of my
your
friends,
team. Yeah, okay, that's sick.
That's a sick idea. That's a sick idea.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah.
Filmed?
Yeah, it's
On
filmed.
YouTube?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I think I've heard of it, but I haven't seen it
definitely
anywhere.
For
But
sure, man. In the heat, in the t-shirt.
You got the t-shirt, yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, man. That
It
do you know
reminds me of the UK man. Back in the
boiler
day.
room is it type of vibe?
Was it boiler room?
It's like
Yes, but it's like it's a boiler room type of vibe. I get.
That was actually like the inspiration, boiler room.
Yeah. Do you know what? I think it's good. What I like is that not everyone's doing the same event because you know a lot of times we kind of fall into the pattern of doing the same events and I don't
sure.
everyone. So one person does one type of thing.
For sure.
Everyone does the exact same thing, and they don't even change it up.
Yeah.
Right? They just keep
It's literally copy and paste.
and it's like, yo, when people, I like when I hear, obviously, new ideas are from original ideas that have just been innovated. That's all it really is. You know what I mean? So
That's what creativity is.
Yes, copy, but like put your own, put JyellowL in it. Do you know what I mean? Put yourself into it. Put KD into it. Put Snow. Like make it your own thing, and then everyone's like. Nobody even thinks about the original thing. Everyone just thinks about your thing. Yeah. But then, for example, I do something that's like, oh, that's very KD, and then Grooves does the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Everyone just gets like, everyone's just like, I don't stand out anymore because we don't. Both of us don't stand up because we just they're doing that same type of event. Yeah, the exact same thing. USP. I cannot forget that from business to college. USP.
Yeah, no trust.
Yeah.
But yeah, for real, because the thing is like it's a completely different experience when you're performing. Everyone can rent out the Workman's Club and like.
Yeah, by the way, you're a sick performer. By the way,
I appreciate that.
Yeah. It was one of the best. One of the best.
Yeah. Do you know what? It was in the Spotlight event where I was like, you know, I didn't see you perform, but I saw the video of it, and I think it was like 3 minutes, over 3 minutes, anyways. And you were just barring. You didn't stop barring. I was like, this guy's cold. This guy's cold.
That's some breath work.
Performing is a skill for real, though. Like you have to learn that. You have to hone your craft. Do you remember like one of the first shows we did where you were with Super City?
Yeah.
What was it? Where was that place? Kerry, K-Fest.
Yes.
Oh, we had the bunk beds and that. You remember that?
What's that? Dingle.
Dingle, yeah.
No, this wasn't even Dingle.
Other voices. It's other
This
voices.
This was K-Fest.
Oh,
Not even Other
K-Fest.
Voices. This was before Other Voices.
I remember.
Do you remember
I
that?
remember.
Yeah. So that was like that. All those experiences are what like built me as a performer. Even just watching you guys perform and everyone else, and just picking up little things here and there. Like, okay,
it's
this
funny.
is how you control it.
It's actually funny that you're talking about being an MC.
Yeah.
Right. It's in a room that you don't know people and people don't know you. That's when you learn the skill of control.
You get.
But the issue is, but first of all, you need to get into those rooms first.
Yes, absolutely.
That is just a ton of shit gigs.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then you get
Yes.
That's what these new eyes don't want to be doing.
Yeah.
Everyone
You
is
got.
They want to go
Stush
to
today,
longitude main stage.
Yeah.
Everyone is
Do you
so
know what?
humble.
Do you know
I
what? I heard
swear.
somebody. I heard somebody say to me. Not say to me. They said in the conversation. I'm exposing the conversation. This guy does it, bro. I don't even know if he's done the Workman's yet, bro. Man goes, how come Plantain Papi and them man are on the longitude stage?
Get out of here, man.
I said,
Do you know the stages that man have done?
Who are you?
who are you, broski?
What have you done? That's actually cheating.
It's cheeky. It's cheeky to say stuff like that. Like this. Do you know what I've realized? Sometimes in Ireland we have this sense of entitlement for nothing. As in, you haven't done anything.
Haven't done anything.
People. Do you know what's funny? We were on a bus journey recently. We'll talk about that in a second. But you know, someone says, "Are you guys proud of yourselves?" Like for the podcast, and me and Snow just looked at each other and laughed. Because it goes back to a conversation I was having. It was like we're tapping ourselves on the back for nothing.
For nothing.
Like, okay, we have come from A to like C, for example, right? That is a journey. There is progress there, and of course, we've said to ourselves, it's obvious. Hey, we've progressed, man. Well done, guys. That's good. Yeah. But the level at which you celebrate, for me personally, this is David.
You're not close yet.
Yeah, the level at which you celebrate for getting from A to C should be different from the way you celebrate from getting from A to Z, right?
If you're patting your back like this, you should just do one pat.
Yeah, do you know what, man? Man are doing this. You know what I mean? Man are popping. I am an advocate for celebrating your wins. Do celebrate it, but there should. I just think this is personal.
There should be
levels.
No, because when you look at like just outside the country or even still in the country, what your other
counterparts
are doing. I haven't done anything, man.
Do you know what I mean?
I agree. No, artists these days, honestly, they vex me. I'll be honest. No, I'll be real. Like,
I sense that you're going to leave the artist thing and then you're going to
No. It's like the new artists these days, they vex me. They do have that sense of entitlement, but then they also have this like weird false sense of validation. Like
Socials, bro.
yeah. It's socials.
Bro, you're seeing so many artists perform on massive stages.
Yeah.
And they don't even know that in itself can be doctored.
Yeah.
Bro, pack a room full of your mates, switch off the lights, and you have a concert.
Yeah.
But you know what even stresses me out more, right? It's the people who like they get bare views. Let's say they'll get bare views and this and that, but then you haven't done a show. You don't have a ticket selling history. You don't know a ticketing history. You haven't done a tour. So on what grounds can you be acting stuck up about doing certain things?
And some of them, bro,
Or demanding
some of
certain
them, they
figures.
buy their views. And you have to,
Some
you
of
know,
them
you
buy
know
their
what you're
views.
talking
Some of them buy
about,
their
man.
views.
Talk about that.
Some of them buy their
Some of them buy their
views.
views. That's a fact.
How are you getting 50K in a week, bro?
And no one knows you.
Come on, my guy.
That's a fact.
Wait, how many comments? 5.
No. It can be 12.
Come on, man. Let's be for real here. Come on. Stop it. Stop it.
You have 600 likes, 0 comments.
Yeah, what?
0 comments. Nobody commented on your post.
Bro, you have 25K followers, 600 likes.
600 likes.
And the comments that you have.
No,
is
not
such
they.
a great
They never
person.
get 600 likes. It's 120. I know. It's there's an algorithm to it.
Algorithm, 120.
120.
Get out of here.
Isn't that
Yeah,
crazy?
It's crazy. I'll be honest.
Yeah, it's like, I think the art of, and this is weird. I've been having this conversation recently. Yeah, so me and my brother were watching. I'm not gonna even say names, right? But okay, we were watching Super Silly on YouTube, and listening to some of their songs that they dropped, like 2016, 2016, 2017, right? And so I believe that was the music era in Ireland. And when I say music era, like we were making music, good music, and like the beats were made, from a musical place, thoughts, and the lyrics were written carefully, and they were thought out, and there was talented people who were making music. Now, hear me. I am not saying, this is a disclaimer. I'm not saying there's nobody talented right now that's making music. I'm saying that era, as in the amount of people that were making music then, at that level was way more than there is now. That's all I'm saying, right? So I listened to that. I was listening to some of the Hair Squad stuff, just some of the guys I was dropping like early on, right? And I think the idea of talent, right, in Ireland is okay. So there's a lot of people that are talented, yeah, but I think not I think there's times talent is 10% of the work you have to do in Ireland.
For sure.
Do you know what I mean?
Facts.
Facts. Remember AI? Sorry.
No.
Who's AI?
Oh my God.
You can't say the name. But
No, I'm not gonna say the name, right? But
Because it's gonna be long.
on the bus, somebody said that there's an Irish artist that sounds like an AI robot.
Hey.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah?
yeah, close to home, bro. Man, trust me. Close.
So we know them, yeah? Now, you need to say it. We're going to clap it out.
You don't want me to say it.
Say it. I just clapped it out.
No. Let's say after the podcast.
Say it after the cut. Yeah, let's not make any mistake.
After the podcast.
AI robot.
Stay close to home.
Brazy, bro.
Now, I'm curious.
Okay, but have you've heard the AI robot sing all these other songs?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can see how mechanical it's just rubbish. Like,
Hold on. Are the bars even good?
is it bars?
No, it's let's not narrow
No,
it down now.
because the issue is...
It's just the eyes.
No, so
Because the bar is even good. Because let's not narrow it down. Do you know that's how low the bar is? No, like, did you just deep that sequence? That's how low the bar is. Like, just because you asked that the bar is even good, like, that means, boom, there's already a number of people you can think of. That's crazy.
Yeah, man. So like going back to it, yeah. Talent is not the biggest thing anymore. I think you can say that around the world as well, but
For sure.
But it's just for me, it's disappointing. It's discouraging as well to see like people who everyone like bands would have broken up for different reasons, artists would have stopped for different reasons, but to see like what this country could have produced, I don't want to discredit what we're producing now.
What it produced for that time as well.
Yes, for that time as well. I don't mean to discredit what we're doing now. We have like you're still making, and you were making music. I remember It gets cold in the winter.
I remember I first saw you perform in Beloba. Remember?
Yes. Was it Word Up?
Word Up.
Yeah.
That was long.
But that was back then, Joey. You're still doing it now. There's a few of the guys that are still doing it now, but and again, not to discredit, you know, the likes of Cello, Officer, the guys that are really like making noise at the moment. But I'm saying, as a whole, as a scene, we were making good music, and people were going out to shows. Yeah, hear me on this one. Yeah, people were going out to shows and going home mind blown. I'm telling you that. I'm telling you that. Now we're just going out as it was lit. What's that? What does that mean?
No, I hear that one completely.
The appreciation has changed as well, though.
Yeah, I know.
Like even like there was a time where there was serious intent. You know how you crafted a live show.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to
Yeah,
say?
yeah.
Like, there were so many things that you put in place because I'm like, this needs to be the best it can be. Now people just go to
Roll out of bed and
Have fun, like.
Some man are not even sound checking.
30 man on stage, backing track, full backing track, or not even back track, just full track, MP3.
Massive
MP3.
Sometimes even WAP files. Like, it's crazy.
WAP files. It's bad. No, but I think I always say talent comes back. Talent comes back. Like it's always something that I feel like it's a cycle. Like there's times where we all love Beyonce because like she's actually talented, and then there's times where like she's at the back because we're listening to the next stupid thing.
Right,
like, do you get what I'm trying to say? And
Spice.
I'm not gonna. Why you come for Ice Spice?
What's that, man?
Someone said I'm one of the cabinet girls for Ice Spice.
What's that
As
mean?
in Spice in the cabinet, like you know the followers like Barbs.
That's a sick fan base name.
Yeah, it is. It's called it. It's called
Fair play.
What would your fans be called? Coloring
I
books,
don't
no?
know now because I feel like anything I give will be sold below Spice in the cabinet.
But it's JyellowL, right?
Yeah.
So there's yellow there. Like you can mess with that though.
The
I don't
Jello.
have it. The
Jello.
I have zero fans. Nobody will want to call themselves a Jello. Imagine, oh yeah, proud Jello. Doesn't
proud Jello.
Spice in the cabinet.
Yeah, man.
People are, nah, that's actually mind blowing. That's high level. Like, fair play.
Yeah, but even on that, yeah, just last thing on talent, right? Because we spoke about this on our meeting on Wednesday, right? But it was like the likes of people from, say, for example, the UK or America or, you know, very popular cities, Paris and stuff like that. The work rate there is different, right? And my problem here is that we do not have the work rate. We might have the talent. We do, in fact, we do have the talent of these other countries, but we do not have the environment that cultivates pushes this
for sure.
this work rate that needs to be, you know, the levels we are at here is like
The kind of output we need. We don't. Yeah, people aren't down to work for that as much as we need to work. To give that kind of output. I agree.
But we feel like we're entitled to that same level of output when we don't put that work in.
For sure. But do you know how many people I've hit up to work? I'm not even kidding.
Yeah.
Or I see in person, because before I was anti, I won't lie, I used to be anti of like, oh yeah, I don't want to work with people, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
But then I went to like Nigeria, I went to the UK, you know, I saw how the scenes there up here. I'm like, wait, hold on, we're hustling backwards. Like, actually, the more you work with each other, the more you move and progress with each other. So that makes so much sense. And why did I never see it that way? So then I came back, I remember vividly, and I was like, no, I need to work with everybody. And I was like hitting everyone up like, yo, let's work. Whoa. Everyone was like, yeah, let's do it. But then time to do it,
Man, I lost.
no one's on it.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I think it's one of those things where we can sit on a podcast and talk about the problems.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? We can be in our small circles and talk about the problems, but nobody's actually willing to stand up. Hey, listen, boys, let's get together. Let's for example, let's always be in the studio every Thursday, for example, where all of us are just like, there is no competition. Everyone's like friendly with each other. And
Amongst themselves.
Amongst themselves. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like, I should be able to say, for example, if I was rapping, you're the person I want to go against. Like, I want to stay in the studio with you. And the reason I should stay in the studio with you is because there's going to be one song you will wash me in, but it's going to make me want to wash you in the next song. And then what does that do for both of us? We elevate.
But everyone's not built.
No one's built like that.
And then the beautiful thing is now you have two songs.
Yeah.
Now you have two songs.
Yeah.
And you can push two songs. Those two songs can get lives of their own and change both of your careers.
I remember hearing, I think it was Getz, and he was like, he'd be in the studio with like Wretch, he'd be in the studio with Scorcher and Devlin, some of these man, and they like so they're all going off to do their bars, right? And these man, right? So for example, this is actually funny because I was in the studio yesterday, but these man are like, okay, say Scorch is like finishing a verse in 10 minutes, right? That's the standard then. Like, if you're finishing in 30 minutes, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Everyone's doing the time. Okay, cool. Now he drops his verse, right? Everyone's in the corner like, I have to eat him. I don't have to be better than him. Sometimes you're okay with just being a little bit better.
Yeah.
These men are saying, I want to make him look rubbish.
Yeah.
Do you know that type of mentality? That creates greatness.
It unlocks different person, man.
Yeah.
Sure. Honestly,
Yeah.
100%. But then I've been in those situations and those songs have never come out.
Yeah.
And so that's the thing. Like other people don't have that mindset, don't have that mentality, because no one is down to really lock horns like that.
Yeah.
Because I don't know whether it's confidence or.
And the thing is, those songs don't have to come out. But guess what? At the end of that session, you're better.
You're better. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
But if the song comes out, everyone eats.
Yeah.
Why are we hustling backwards?
We're hustling backwards.
Do you know the funny thing is, if I had a track right now with somebody, let's just say anybody, I don't know a name. I don't have any names in my head right now, but that everyone, the general rhetoric is, oh, this person watched JyellowL on the track. Oh my God, blah, blah, blah. I'm smiling. I'm laughing.
Yeah, people are talking about your name.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
That song is going off. Everyone's going to stream it now for that reason.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
And there's money in your pocket.
It's money in your pocket. It's another song to add to the set list. And then we go again. Like, keep it pushing. You get me? I don't know, man. People need to start thinking differently for sure. Like,
do you think there's any artist that can go up against you?
No.
Oh, I love
Like
it.
that.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
No hesitation.
Like in a back-to-back, you body everybody.
Absolutely.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
And I kind of believe it.
Yeah.
I kind of believe it.
You know what? There was someone that was talking the other day, and he was talking about how great of a performer he was. But you talked about it for 40 minutes, and I was like, I actually want to see him perform because he convinced me.
Who was it?
Fortune.
Okay.
I believe he's a good performer.
Yeah, I've never seen him.
Clips. I've never seen
Wait,
him.
is he saying he's the best performer in the country?
I don't know if he said
That's so subjective.
Or was he just bigging up himself?
bigging up himself.
Okay.
But I think he's a good performer, just from like the vibe of his music as well. I think
Yeah.
it'll be an interesting.
Do you know, I've
performer.
never listened to his music, never listened to anything, but him talking made me be like, I want to see him because he was so confident in his thing. So when you say like, there's no, I have that feeling as well. Not now. I don't think I can rap anybody. But
No, it never goes away.
bro, do you know what? I was in the studio yesterday. I was like, I've lost. Do you know,
You've lost something.
yeah. Do you know? It's like
It's a skill that you need to always
you
sharpen.
need to sharpen it all the time.
Absolutely.
Like if I get back in the studio and I'm there for a long time, yeah, maybe. But in terms of just jumping in the studio now and trying to challenge
It's a
the
shame, man. We
greats.
used to be one of my favorite like rappers from here. No kidding.
Yeah.
No kidding. I feel like I've said this to you a couple times, even at the time as well. So it's not one of them ones that I'm just saying. it randomly,
Yeah.
But I remember there was one particular track where you had the video and you were just walking through. I don't know if it was town or if it was Tala, but then you were spitting. And it was like on a grime kind of tempo.
Yeah.
Was it area?
Was it?
No, I don't think so. I think that's what it's called.
Fix yourself.
It could have been. That name sounds familiar. It could have been that. But I mean, it was like 4 or 5 years ago now. 5, 6 years ago, I would say.
Yeah.
I remember I was still very new. in the music at the time, and I was just thinking like, damn, okay, like this guy's really about it. You get me? Delivery, cadence, flows, everything like was high level.
And that's like even when you came to when I first heard of you, what I was in I don't know, I think it was Cap Studio. Yeah, I was in there and he was like. Because he kept playing me your song, and that's why I can't forget. It gets cold in the winter. Is it warm in the summer too?
Cold in the summer too.
Oh, cold in the summer too. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then I was hearing, and it's like, oh, this is a dude that actually cares about his lyrics and the story you're telling and everything. And I was like, well, that's one of your early tracks.
Very early.
So like, yeah, even the progression is just crazy. And like that's what I'm saying. Someone saying that. I don't know who was saying it, but someone said. If I was to do I think the Simba's thing.
Oh, he used to.
Yeah, they were saying just it would only be me and you.
Yeah.
Like in terms
I
of.
see that.
Yeah, I see it as well.
Then?
Hey!
Do it then.
Hey!
The thing is like,
Wait, let me just get in the studio for.
it could be. I see that actually, and that would be hard because I feel like the tempo and BPM we pick would be like that kind of 140 kind of grind.
Yeah.
I think that would be hard actually.
Sick stuff, man.
Yeah. But not for real, man. But you see that period where we were all just in Chris Cabs' studio.
Yeah.
That was like what you were referring to just a couple of minutes ago.
Yeah, good
like
music.
just that whole vibe of everyone just shows up. Like no plan, nothing. We just show up and then everyone gets a chance to work and do something, and everyone's learning from each other and hearing what each other has and just.
So where did it change when everyone started smelling their own farts?
Oh my god!
I heard that term the other day. An Irish person goes, "You smelling your own fart now, are you?" It's like, all right, bro.
Where did they come up with these?
The Irish always do it.
You know, it's been like 30 seconds since he said it. I'm still trying to complete it. I'm still trying to complete it.
That makes sense.
But
But do you think people they're in it for themselves now?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Because before people were just doing it for fun. That hopefully one day we blow, but they've seen a couple of people like not blow internationally, but blow a bit, and they're thinking, oh, I want to get there. So
it's
like
a wider issue though.
you know,
The wider issue is lack of community.
I'm so happy you said that.
There's no belief in community or in the idea of community anymore. People don't just meet up and commune and just do nothing.
I'm so happy you said that. I'm so happy it's you that said this because I was going to say this to you. Do you know, my criticism of the scene here, the Irish scene here, right, has always been and still is, it's so cliquey. I remember even back then, when nobody was, it was like I was being shunned a little bit. Yeah. Even by you guys, super silly at them, man.
For real?
I swear. For
real?
No. And I have to say,
he said, I'm gonna come on your. He said, I'm gonna come on your podcast and tell you about you.
It's not like they don't like me or anything like that. Because when we'd interact, it'll be calm. But I always felt like when I was around them, or like likes of you, let's say Percy, and then whoever else was like closer. No, not David. To be fair, David's always.
I was always it's not me.
But see, Tommy, Sammy. No.
Talk to you.
They talk to me, but I just get some vibe of like,
boys, why'd you do that, man?
Like, it'll just be like a vibe of like you just feel like an outsider just being around, and like that's not a healthy environment to create. And you may not have been doing it consciously, but I have to say this to you because these things I've said like. Not to other
people.
So I have to say it to you just so like.
I like that. I like that.
I'm not a fake nigga, but
and the truth is, it is possible. That's the case, and it might be unconscious as you say, because I don't.
Because you're like you just.
You're just chilling with your friends.
So
it makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense because these are just your friends, and then just some random guy. Just
so could that be an issue as to why there is no community, because a lot of people are feeling that way?
Possibly, but I think the bigger issue is that everybody feels like, oh yeah, we're doing this with our friends, and everyone else is an outsider. Forget those outsiders, or forget them. But actually, you should be collaborating with everyone and all these different personalities. Just focus on the bigger picture. Stop zooming in all the time. You get me?
That's not zooming in.
Because everyone thinks
he's a lyricist. He is.
But don't get me wrong. Like, I do appreciate the idea of keeping things close and in the circle and this and that, but I think ultimately bridges are better built than burned. They're more useful, more functional. So like, it's just good to be welcoming. Like, I'm always the kind of person where, like, for instance, I meet someone, let's say even Salame, for instance, right? Because he's the first person that came to my mind when I said this.
Yeah.
Actually, he has a show coming up. Actually,
he has a show 22nd. I actually bought a ticket, but I have Chris's show that same day as well, so I can't go to Salame's show, unfortunately, because but I still bought a ticket to support, just in case I don't show up and he notices. But my thing is, I've always extended an arm out, no matter what. Like, Salame will call me over some random question and just be like, yo, what do you know about this aspect of the business? How can you help? And I always extend my whatever in any capacity I can help. And the same thing, if he wants to work today, I want to work with him. I'm down 100%. You get me? Because that's the way it should be. We should be accepting and welcoming each other with open arms, because either way, if we move together and you're holding my hand, you're moving too. If I'm moving forward, you're moving too. You get me? That's just how.
Where's the balance with like someone who's like not great?
Someone who's not great.
Because like I'll be real, right? There's some people, like, listen, I know everyone's in a different part of the journey, and I could pick up on some people's, like, for example, hey, you're determined though. Like, you don't walk around like you're the greatest thing that's just sliced bread. Do you know what I mean? You're actually, you ask questions. Like, for example, Salame is like, hey, how can do you know what I mean? He's asking questions about, so even I'm not saying Salame is rubbish. I'm saying if he was rubbish, I will still look at them like how, like, okay, cool. You could be in the vicinity where we can all grow together. For sure. But someone's like rubbish and is delusional with their rubbish.
think they're
Okay.
literally.
Yeah, so those kind of people, I guess, you know, they're fighting against themselves. They're their own worst enemy. That's
They have demons.
They're fighting
they have their own
themselves.
demons. They need to figure out. They have some shit. They have some things.
No,
to figure
figure out.
out.
Just stop.
Yeah, just quit.
Stuff.
Give it over.
But you know, I'm a firm believer of a growth mindset. You know,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
The artist I am today is not the artist I was
For sure.
6 years
Yeah,
ago.
for
You know,
sure,
I'm
yeah.
aware of that. So I
Yeah.
do feel like, because I have younger artists as well. Yeah, I'm not gonna mention their name because in context of this conversation, it will mean I'm calling them not great.
Yeah.
But there's some young guys that I know. Yeah, there's a lot of potential there. I
Yeah.
know where you're like from a technical standpoint. I see that you know how to set up a punchline. Maybe like double layer punchline, which is harder to do. You get me? And then your delivery is there. But let's say there's just some little things you need to learn in terms of how to structure a song or like actually work out cadence, progression, and all this type of stuff. But just keep doing your thing. And then if you want to be in studio with me, learn from that. Absolutely. Welcome to my sessions. If you want to just come to my yard, we'll play beats and just rap. These songs might never come out, but at least you will understand from my process how to do things. Not necessarily like not saying that how I do things is the only way to do things, but you will learn something from how I'm doing things. And I'll learn something from you too. I'm humble enough to learn from whoever. You get me? It's not
Can I ask something? And it just came to me as you were talking, right? And it's not to do with exactly what you're talking about, bro. There was an interesting conversation in the last podcast that the girls just had there about other, feeling like other. So the context was us calling, you know, someone that just came from Nigeria freshie.
Yeah.
And, you know.
That was me, by the way.
Yeah, you were freshie?
Because I came to this country when I was like, I was 14. No, 13, 14.
Wow.
What?
Yeah, 2012.
What accent did you have?
No, see, I had grown up in England before that for
Okay.
a couple of years.
Okay.
And then I was raised by like my Jamaican grandparents in Nigeria. So I never had like a full on Nigerian accent. You get
Okay.
me? But I still definitely sounded like I was not from this part of the world.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So there's that other conversation in terms of like freshie comes into your circle, you call them freshie, you kind of other them because they're outside, but we're already all outsiders, and we're now outside outsider of
That's
it.
crazy.
Yeah, crazy. So
Vicious cycle.
I thought it was a very good insight because I never thought about it like that, right? Now I want to ask you about your music, right? Because are you accepted more with the white crowd or the black crowd? Who would you say accept you, like JyellowL, more? Because and I basically answer. I'll give you my like what I was thinking.
I think a lot of it is down to, okay, there's easy ways to look at it, right?
Yeah.
If you go to my show,
Yeah.
I say my own headline ticketed event, right? 90% of the crowd, white people.
Okay.
You get me? So that's one way to look at it. But then it could also be a marketing thing. Maybe I'm just not marketing enough to the black people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they don't have access to my music. They may know JyellowL,
Yeah.
but they don't necessarily know every time JyellowL drops. They don't know what he's on right now, this and that. They're not invested. Whereas the white people, maybe my marketing strategies are more catered to them.
Yeah.
That's another possibility. But I guess if you look at it that way, when people buy tickets, 90% of them are.
Yeah, because it's strange. It's strange to me. As in, not strange as in like in a weird way. I'm just like, there is some black people who just like aren't like. For example, if there was a show, if it was, you know, all I could do is go back in the day, right? So anyone remember like Romeo?
Yes.
You know,
Yeah, it was
Yes,
100%.
100%. There's not one white person in sight. You know what I mean? Like it's full of people from like a certain area, you know, or certain you know, and then
Good celebrities.
yeah, hood celebrity. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it's always like intriguing to me to find out like there's some black people some black artists or black entertainers who, I guess not all the maybe it's a marketing thing, but not like it's not mainly black people in a crowd. Do you know what I mean? But I would think.
There's a few artists like that.
Yeah.
We could reel off their names, but like.
Yeah, that would
You
be.
tell that they are being othered, but it would not be intentionally. It could be because of the kind of music they make. Like,
It could be.
yeah. For
Absolutely.
example, like Soleil isn't accepted by black people. People, I don't. Whenever I hear people talk about Irish artists, they don't mention.
They don't mention
Soleil.
so.
Yeah,
Like,
that.
she does
Yeah.
a lot of pop music.
Someone like Erica Cody as well. Someone like her as well.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, isn't that the thing? Like, so there's a certain artist where you like, if you ask someone from Blanchardstown, or if you ask someone from Tyler, they'll tell you cello.
Yeah.
That's all they know. They'll tell you cello, officer.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They'll tell you like 4 or 5. Yeah, like
They know
Because
that,
that's the kind of music they listen to.
that's the music they listen to. But they're not even aware of
What else is happening?
what else is there and the quality that's out there as well.
For sure.
Because do they need, like, they don't need to be aware of that. If that's not what,
If that's not
it's not relatable to them.
Yeah, no, but okay. For example, let me see. I don't know if it's a good example.
Bro, do you know what you don't know?
No,
Exactly.
no.
Here's a twist on your point though, because it may not necessarily be like it's not what they're into. Because say for instance, okay, like recently I performed the Afro Sock UCD thing, and it went off. The crowd was like,
enjoying
love
it, yeah.
And a lot of people, that was their first time.
Hearing,
They may have heard of JyellowL, but that was
seeing
the first
you,
time actually hearing or seeing my music. You get me?
Like, they just saw you there. For the
Yeah. And they're like, oh, this song, when is it coming out? I'm like, oh, it's out already.
Yeah,
You get me? That kind of way.
And it's even one of those things where, like, I don't know if UK is a good example, but like, for example, you may not listen to Koji Radical, but you've heard of him. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, so like that's what I mean. Like, there's some people in here who only know like 3 artists in Ireland. Do you know what?
It's not their fault though.
Wait. Yes. Okay, let's have this slight conversation because there is some people I've talked to in the hood who don't care to know if there's any other artist apart from Cello. And like, Cello's a good person to know. But I'm saying like there is way more artists, but they don't care. And some people tell you like, I won't lie to you, I don't listen to any Irish artists because they think all Irish music is rubbish.
And that's because they've listened, they've tried,
Oh,
they've
God.
probably tried before,
that's true.
they were disappointed. Now they're just saying, it's like just going to one of your restaurant now, and they serve you crap food. You're not going back to that restaurant again.
Yeah.
Some people will.
So-
but very rare.
So few people have ruined it for us, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
I hear that. I think.
So sorry. I'm so sorry to cut you.
Go.
So there's that argument of I don't care to who's there, and then there's another argument. I don't know if that's what you're trying to say, where we have not marketed ourselves well, or
Yeah, that and it's the music is just not relatable to them.
good
Like
enough.
someone in
Good
the
enough.
good enough. Like someone in the hood won't mention Denise Chyla because they don't relate to her music. But that's why they'll mention people like Cello, A92, Officer, that because
relate to
they
that,
relate to that kind of music.
yeah.
That's actually very interesting. You know, I think the relatability thing is definitely a main thing, and I think especially in my case, right? Because I can only really speak for myself, but I know so many times because not many people know exactly. Obviously, my background, my growing up thing, and blah blah. Not many people know that, but then they always get to me on this whole thing of how come you don't rap in an Irish accent, like you don't sound like you're from Dublin and this and that, blah blah. Sometimes, right? And I'm like, fam, I didn't grow up here like that. Like I grew up.
Past is layered.
Do you get me? So at some point,
That's-
past is layered.
Your
For
past
real.
is
That's a
layered.
word.
That's
Say it again,
fantastic.
For real.
I said the past is layered, so
That's
you can't
good.
just have one accent.
That's fantastic.
Absolutely.
I haven't heard that like that
Past
before.
is layered for real, man. And
Layered
so
past.
with that being said, it's like you can hear the influences, you can hear the influx of the Irish culture, but you're not gonna hear yourself. If you're someone that's been born and raised here, you could be an immigrant as well, but you're born and raised here. You're not gonna necessarily hear yourself in me as much as you would hear yourself in Cello. Do you get me? That's just how it. That's just the
That's
game.
why. Sorry, I'm so sorry because of it's
good.
completely left. Yeah, that's what annoys me when people always talk about accents.
Yeah.
You know, like when Dami went on Love Island, now everyone's trying about his accent. Bro, like the average, the average,
I didn't think about David's accent. I talk about Martin's accent. That was funny.
the average.
What's wrong with his accent?
I'm gonna cause trouble.
Don't do that, man.
No, I love Martin's. That was funny. No, wait, can we be real for a second, boys? Yeah, I can love Martin's and slag his accent. I'm gonna cause trouble. It's funny. It's not. I don't hate him. I love the guy. He's just funny.
I've never heard him speak, you know. I've seen
But
him.
like most of
a
us
cool guy,
here,
he's a cool guy.
we're Nigerian. We have the Irish accent, and then we probably have cousins in the UK.
Yeah.
Our accent's gonna be weird.
Yeah.
100.
That's just what's gonna be. So when people talk about my shop, man, we have
So
the-
were people slagging Dami's accent as in like saying
yeah.
doesn't sound Irish?
Yeah, like,
That was the
Troy's a
thing.
mad place.
but no. Yes. Okay. Let me bring balance. I just want to be the guy to bring balance to that as well. He's right, but also there's some mad people out here, bro, as well, man. That like step foot in Heathrow. Do you know what I mean? And it's
I'm saying,
so
bro,
right,
innit?
there's people that have like never been to America. It's only iCarly have watching your life, and they've got an American accent.
That verse.
No, do you know what I mean? Like, or there's people who are currently going through some mad like identity crisis. I'm not going to gender people, but it's like, okay, you know, like those weirdos. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, speak normally.
You know those people.
But do you know what I mean? Like, so what I'm saying is there's balance. I understand you're influenced by various different, like, you know, there's a lot of variables into why you're influenced, you know, to speak a certain way. But, you know, there's some that just overtly like, come on, you've never been to America and you sound so American.
You don't have a passport.
Yeah, yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like it's even the same with people in Nigeria. Like they
try to sound American.
How are you? Put everything with everything with Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm learning from that. I love to say.
Do you know what I mean? So I think it's balance. Like, yo, cool. Yeah, we're influenced, but like we're not. It's not. It shouldn't be. Don't be over influenced.
Like, don't take the piss.
My thing is even like just rap like authentic.
Yeah.
Like if you have Irish accent, rap in Irish. If you have a Nigerian accent, rap in that.
Yeah,
if you're supposed to have an American accent, rap in like just be authentic.
Just be yourself.
Don't put on an accent just to get more views. Or something.
Controversial, but I think overdoing your Irish accent is just as bad as putting on the.
Woo!
It's just as bad, in my opinion.
Wait, what are we talking about here, boys?
Woo! I'm just saying, like, if you could sound Irish, like, yes, you can have an Irish accent, but I have conversations with some of these men, and then when they go on wax, you sound proper, like you grew up in the flats in Ballymun, but you didn't.
Yeah.
To get me, and I know your mom is Nigerian, so why are you sounding?
Wait,
like
Jay,
that's an insight.
Yeah. Can I say?
That's an insight.
What about this? Yeah. So, for example, if I was talking to the guys in the room, right, we're all black, we're all African, I'd be like, you know, I could talk like this. Also, I'm aware that I'm talking to YouTube and Spotify. Okay. Shout out to the people. By the way, if you're watching this, how about you like this video right now? Pause it for a second. Like it right now. Comment on it. Share this. If you're listening to a podcast on Spotify, please rate us. Give us 5 stars.
Use our code as well, WYHAPOD, for up to €75 off your first 3 boxes. HelloFresh. Go get some good food.
Right now. Anyways, yeah, that was a brilliant segue. Anyways,
expertly done. You guys have been doing this for me.
Yeah. This is cause we practice. But so like, I'm talking to, you know, I'm aware I'm talking to thousands of people at the moment, right? So my accent is quite neutral. Yeah. I'm talking to just my boys, you know, and it depends on what we're talking about now. It fluctuates.
Boys. Perfect when we had talking products or mango on.
Yeah.
We were putting on the Irish accent.
Yeah.
Was
Boston.
It's just code switching.
Yeah, but
I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, no, but that's where I was going was the code switching has a level to it. Like, yes. Like if I'm talking to Irish dude right now, I'm like, yeah, Pat, no, it's all good, no, it's all right. Like, but like there is, for example, and this is maybe something I'm just realizing as I'm speaking right now. If I'm speaking to someone from Tala, like someone from school, bro, you hear the most skanker accent because like a school, like I grew up in the middle of Tala, like broski, like like if you sounded other, you're in trouble. Like, I already look other. I needed to sound like them from like I was from Fatakern. Do you know what I mean? And it's like you're like like, do you know what I mean? Fatakern. Do you know what I mean? So you had to do that. Sure. And then, but if I'm talking to you know, maybe an old white man, I don't need to sound like I have to fit in. So I might have more of a neutral Irish accent. Do you know what I mean?
But boys, do you ever find that when your talk is like Eastern European, you have another accent?
You're just racist. You're just racist.
I'm not even being
Hold on. Wait. Quick example. How do you talk to Eastern European? Go.
I like to be in conversation with them to talk. No.
The way he would talk about his neighbors.
I'm out. Thomas, what's this guy doing, man?
No, but wait.
What's this guy talking about, man?
No, but do you mean like... Here's the thing. Your neighbors might watch this one day.
Nah. I'm just saying, like, you just like, I don't know, but
no. Okay. Broski, real quick. You're at the Polish shop. How are you talking to the cashier?
You need to be Polish for him to talk to you. You need to I need to switch like that.
Yeah.
Switch. I don't want to get myself in trouble.
I was been praying. I was like, boys, please don't let somebody do a Polish accent.
I was about to do it.
No, I was so close, but I think over the years of media training, this podcast will media train you. Just don't say that.
I was about to.
Same.
So, boys, you don't have a different accent.
No, do you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I've done it as well. So there was a Brazilian I was introduced to recently, and it was in a church setting, and I was, you know, hey, my name is, I think it was like Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it was a good good Brazilian name. Yeah, and I said, "Oh, my name's David," and then I was like, "Oh, the service, very powerful."
I didn't mean like that. They're not deaf.
That's like an Irish question. Remember back in the day? How are you? My name
How
John.
are you?
My name John. What's your name?
My name John. Yeah.
Did they used to do that to you?
Bro.
Oh, what?
Bro, you just went through
And I know you like, yeah, my name's David. And they're like,
They feel so stupid.
Bro, no. I met the ones who were like, yeah, what's the story, pal? How are you? What's your name?
do you know what the new ones now? You say, what's 30? What's up, fam? Yo, G.
What's good in
What's
the
up,
hood?
bruv? Yeah,
What's good in the hood?
but yeah. But I did that I was like, midway, I was like,
What are you doing?
he's not an idiot. Like I'm talking to him he's like an idiot. Like it's like yo. So I started talking normally, and he understood everything I was saying. So I was like, that was so racist of me.
No, but I get that though,
Self-awareness
because
is key.
if you're speaking to people that don't speak the best English, you're gonna change.
You dumb it down. You dumb it down.
Yeah.
Like I've done delivery for someone who doesn't speak a lick of English. Yeah, like I literally, as I was bringing the thing to the house, I had to call him, and he couldn't tell me what his address was. So I said, bro, where? A location? Where you live, where you stay. I'm using all the adjectives for live, your address.
Stay,
Bro, I had
reside.
to, because some people don't understand English at all, and obviously, but then when we go to different countries, we have I haven't a clue of a lick of French, mate. I study French, but I don't know any
I
French.
use multilingual. Speaking
Speaking
You say
about
that.
That's multilingual, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, back it.
But I'm triple lingual.
Yeah, what's
That multi, bro. Wait, 1 sec. Multi
Multi's more-
covers covers a lot of things, bro. he just want to say I speak more than two. I'm triple.
And you know me, I even felt for. I was like, oh yeah, you mean trilingual? Is that
Yeah.
So he sent me as well.
Triple.
Triple lingual.
Triple lingual.
English, but I dabble in French a bit.
No, he doesn't. No,
Bro,
he
if it's about
doesn't.
dabbling, me, I speak 5 languages. If it's just dabbling, that
Like,
qualifies.
yeah.
No,
If,
3 tongues.
I didn't even catch on the camera.
Bro, listen, I'm
good.
claiming pidgin as a language, I promise. From
Yeah,
now on,
pidgin's
if
a
anyone
language.
Ask me, I'm bilingual. English and pidgin.
Pigeon's a whole different language, yo.
100%, because if you come to Nigeria, we can sell you with just pidgin.
Bro,
That's crazy.
100%.
And you know, pigeon changes depending on the country you go to.
Facts.
Yeah, there's Ghanaian pigeon.
Ghanaian
Ghanaian
pigeon.
pigeon is
Yeah.
wild. Gambian pigeon is, oh, you're Sierra Leone too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Leon.
Cameroonian
Cameroonians.
pigeon as well. Yeah.
So where did it come from originally?
Pigeon.
It's just
like
just
broken
more
English, like,
broken. Yeah, it's all
the
it
way,
is.
like,
Broken English.
Yeah.
And
I think it came from
whatever.
Nigeria.
Cause
as a Nigerian man would say.
Nigerians are the most arrogant country in the world, and I love it. I love it. Do you know what? Yeah. But so, do you think if a French person taught us French, I'm just using that as an example, our version of French would be pidgin? Could that be?
I don't think
No,
so.
there's
I
a
don't think
thing
that's
like
how it
that though. Like you see the way in Haiti, yeah, or is it Haiti? Where I think they meant to speak French, but then they speak Creole French.
Creole, yeah,
So it's
and
like broken
Creole's
French, like pidgin.
But
Like Lingala.
yeah, it's a pidgin version of French.
Yeah.
Lingala is different from French.
Lingala is a whole language.
Well, we're
man.
not gonna go back here, boys. It's the same thing.
No, bro.
Let's move on.
Bro, we have loyal Congolese fans. We love you guys, and Snow
Lingala
is just
its own
he's
language.
also
That's not like
possible.
French.
The same thing.
Lingala.
Why do most Congolese people speak French?
Because they were
they were invaded, colonized by French.
Because they're not speaking Lingala.
Actually, wait,
The Belgians. But the Belgians speak French.
Belgians speak French. Yeah.
They were colonized by Belgians or French.
I know
Belgians,
Leopold
the
did
Belgians.
them dirt.
Wait, was Belgium colonized?
No, Belgium colonized
Congo.
DRC. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, no, but Lingala is its own language, bro.
Yeah, no, bro. I think there's about 200 languages in Congo, if I'm not mistaken.
Listen, everyone says there's
Yeah.
200 languages in this country. They say there's 500 languages in Nigeria. What are these languages?
I've heard two.
Alright, Shekiri,
Okay, maybe I'm talking about Nigeria that has the 200.
Nigeria.
Yeah.
Oh, is it 200 or 500? Anyway, a lot. What are these languages? Because all I know is Yoruba. Well, maybe that's just all I know.
Bro,
But
there's
who can give me someone send me a list of these languages?
I can
Because
name
I
at
don't
least-
Yoruba,
I can name 10
Igbo,
right now.
Hausa. Is it Edo a language? It's not a language.
Edo is a language, yeah. But there's multiple types of Edo.
Like there's
Ishan Edo,
multiple dialects of Yoruba.
Edo.
Yeah.
There's multiple versions.
Oh,
of
dialect.
Yeah.
There's
No,
different versions
Orobo.
of.
Is it dialect?
Yeah, and it sounds different as well.
Dialect language.
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
Let's just not believe what they tell us. Let's do our own research.
I'm sure there is more than.
It's a fact. Because when I was in school in Nigeria, like we were taught this. I just can't list them, but we had to memorize all of them. I can't remember for the life of me. Yeah, a lot of it.
Bro, have you? But before,
If you tell me, I believe you.
before your man Sam came, the poet
Sam Smith.
Sam Yakura, yeah. When he came, he's like Higgy.
That's Sam Smith.
He's like Higgy, innit? I've never heard of Higgy before in my life. So I'm sure there's.
I've never heard
bro,
of Nigerian having the name Yakura.
Yeah, Nigeria is a massive place, bro.
That sounds Japanese.
Yakura, that's what we talk. That's what we said.
Yeah.
And he's Nigerian.
So that's not a stage name. It's not just
Nah, his actual name is Yakura.
Right,
Yeah.
doing it for vibes, okay.
Do you know what I mean? But Snow is just stubborn. He's just gonna believe everyone's
Dialect
made.
language. We'll know when we know.
Do you know that outlook on life is brilliant though? Like, do you know what I mean? Don't stress right now because when we know, we will know.
We'll find out.
We went to go see Biden the other day. Yeah.
Okay, Big Joe, come on.
Big Joe. And you know what? We was, I guess we were under the false impression that we were
Vinci's
gonna.
the real Big Joe. Sorry, just.
Hey, shout out to Joe Vinci. Shout out to
He's
Joe
releasing
Vinci.
a tape soon, isn't he?
Yeah. Shout out to Joe. But yeah, we were under the false pretense. No, not pretense. False assumption, which no one would have known. But we thought we were gonna see Joe.
No, we saw.
We
thought we were gonna meet Joe.
Time. Okay.
We thought we were gonna
Come on, man. That's
what you
bullets.
saying, Joe? Now,
What
hear
you
me on.
say, Joe? They will snipe you
Bro,
before you
do
even
do
say
you know
what
I
you
was gonna greet Joe. How far?
languages.
How far?
How far Joe Abai?
Joe, I buy it.
Yeah,
That's
so
good.
yeah, we thought we were gonna see him, and
Shake his hand.
what are you saying? Like, because what we heard was we were backstage. Now, listen, I guess there was no way to really find out. And I guess it was hopes and dreams, and we were okay to hope and dream, right? We were on our way. First of all, the journey at to Mayo, where he's from, was 3 hours. It was long, but it was a good bus journey.
Over
3
3 hours.
Yeah, it was over 3 hours. We had myself, Snow was in it on the bus. Simba, his girl, Oyinza, Ron.
One is a funny.
Ron
guy,
is, guys, Ron is underrated
Ron,
funny.
you're a funny guy,
Ron, Joe, he's one of those guys that's one-liners, crazy. He's the one that said the AI joke.
He's the one.
Yeah, we can't let that go. Actually, to know.
Yeah, well, don't worry, we'll get back to it. But yeah, so the brush journey up was cool. It was actually, you know when you're talking to like multiple people about lots of stuff, and everyone was just chatting their stuff, man.
No, everyone was just saying the truth.
Yeah, yes. This was the most honest bus journey ever. Like we were talking.
On the way up.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was
Before
quite
you
honest.
thought you were gonna be Joe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bear in mind, when you're thinking you're going to meet Joe, you're in
think
good
it's
sense.
a
You're
little
good,
bit
good spirits.
Meeting the president.
Yes.
But now, deep in it now, like, who do we with like Joe, President of the United States?
Yeah, but it's
How
like,
they-
Facts.
Why are they gonna meet
What
the
is it?
President of the United States?
yeah,
now,
like
man?
who are we? You know that
This
ones.
guy, when it was on the was it M50 or one of the motorways
Yeah.
down to Mayo,
Shut
they
the-
shut down
The whole
So,
thing.
who invited you to the place?
That's
Nah, some
was,
organization. Some organization. They got us up there.
So they brought you all the way from Dublin to Mayo just to be in the same vicinity as the president.
Hey,
but we can say that we've seen the president. No,
yeah.
I seen the
Yeah,
president was there for
like,
like 20 minutes,
bro, we saw him. I was like, I was 100 meters away from him, less than.
Yeah.
Innit?
Like I could have threw my hat.
Yes,
But the best experience was just seeing the Secret Service. All
Bro.
my days.
Nah, I'd say so.
bro,
That was
bro,
sick.
them man
Those are
are just standing in
sniping.
glasses,
Yeah.
and they're just them man are better than KDB.
Yeah.
They're looking over their shoulder all the time, just like this,
Alert.
and it's like mad.
What's KDB?
Kevin
Oh,
De Bruyne
it's a
and football.
midfielder, yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, midfielder that always had to scan.
Always on a silver.
Yeah, you also scan, yeah.
Nah, that's crazy, man. Yeah, the Secret Service. I'm curious.
The Secret Service, like seeing them in real life with the glasses in the suits, it was amazing. That was the best experience. And meeting Mr. Leo.
Leo. Oh,
Yeah,
Leo.
yeah,
You know, my guy.
Yeah.
And maybe Robinson.
Yeah.
Very real one.
Yeah, so like we saw Leo.
Yeah.
Leo
we
was
saw
standing there. Simba is crazy. Simba. So everyone's shaking Leo like this, right?
Yeah.
Look, like, everyone's shaking Leo like this. Simba does.
I love
You know how mad that is?
How did he react?
He was just smiling.
No, he just smiled. I just
that guy, man.
I go to Leo. I goes, what story, Leo? I goes, good, great work.
Same. I love what you do.
Great work.
No, you shouted. This guy, when he was giving his speech, yeah, this guy shouted, "You're out of your 5 kilometers."
No, and the Secret Service was like, there's a Secret Service. I was just woman was looking at me, just looking. I was like, I'm about to be sniped any second. Oh yeah, it's long for me, guys.
This guy here is a threat, potential flight risk.
You can tell the difference from Secret Service and just the guy.
Yeah, you can tell.
The guy messes, man.
No, you know what? There's a difference between authority and no authority. The guys here have no authority. Trust me.
In the grand scheme of things, the guys are mess. And they all wearing suits for some reason.
Yeah.
The guards.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
You know what the biggest trip for me that day, the thing that blew my, and it's not surprising, but it just blew my mind. So Joe comes up and he's like, he's an old man, he's about to fall, yeah. So
Joe himself, he's AI man.
Joe is not real. I believe it. So he came in and he waved at everybody and stuff and that, and he gets on and he's saying his speech, right? Here's what tripped me, because I just see the teleprompters, 2 of them. So one is here, one is here, right?
They're always reading their speeches.
Right, yeah. I hear it, but I didn't.
I
never saw it.
In HD.
So I don't believe him. Like, as in, he's saying all these things.
And they have speechwriters. You know?
Yeah, speechwriters. So he's saying, I'm from Mayo, and he's mispronouncing bare words. Fanula.
Yeah, that one.
He butchered that.
No, he said, and he just didn't say it.
He didn't finish it. He didn't finish. He goes, yeah. Like, so he's butchering words. He's not following everything. So everyone at the back of him is reading the teleprompter, because we only see his back of his head. Yeah. We're seeing everything that he's reading, and literally, like, he's skipping some stuff. He's not saying it. He's not finishing it. He's changing some words. It's like, and I hear it. It's like he's giving a speech.
Yeah.
But I just felt like he's telling the people of Mayo how much he loves them and how much his father, his great grandfather, like, they love the city. And I'm like, I don't know if I believe you. You're reading this.
Somebody definitely wrote that for you.
Yeah.
Man, politics is a joke.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a second, actually.
But the issue is, like, are you going to beat him?
No.
Do you see the amount of people that was? Oh my god! Now there's power,
and there's power. There's
A lot
power.
of people there to see him.
No, that too.
I think he brought 400 people on his team.
Yeah,
He brought 400 people on his team.
Yeah.
For what?
Yeah.
For his protection.
That's
For him to for the operation.
Air Force
Let's not
One.
even go that far. He brought the car that he drove in.
Yeah, exactly.
No way.
He brought,
That fits in the Air Force, isn't it? In the Air Force One, I think.
Does it go in
Oh,
the
'cause
plane?
That's what they said.
Bulletproofed and all that
yeah.
stuff.
Probably would go on. I don't know.
So what side of the road was it driving on? Like,
Middle, bro. That man took the middle lanes, bro. That man, bro.
when that guy arrives in the place, you know he's there.
Bro, they shut down Phoenix Park for this guy.
and he was in Dingle, Mayo.
Yeah, no, it was, bro. Like, my thing was like the level of power. This, like, I know when the president of Iraq comes to Ireland, they're not doing this. There's no chance.
Yeah, of course. They
Yeah,
don't.
Why'd you go with
Get a taxi.
Huh?
They tell you, get a taxi.
the president of Nigeria? They're not even acknowledging him.
That guy, nobody will leave him in the country.
Let's pray for his heritage.
Send him to jail.
Do you know what I mean? Like, but the level of, and apparently the Irish government pay for this is what I'm hearing. Like, yeah.
So, what was you?
Taxpayers' money.
Someone said that they made a profit of 6K.
Yeah, it was me.
I love the
Ireland.
Irish government paid to receive.
Yes.
Bro, that's a joke.
Do you know how mad that is?
Low key the begs, man. Low key.
Yeah, like,
Lawe, UK, how does that change the price of fish in the market?
guys,
Fish
fish
price,
is
chicken bone is expensive. Everything's
Eggs.
expensive, bro.
Eggs, bro.
eggs is mad now, yeah.
Man, these guys,
But boys, there was tens of thousands of people
Yeah,
there.
tens of thousands.
Now, my question is, I understand that there's nothing much to do with Mayo. I get it. But this dude is like, you know, he came to your city and, bro, the whole city shut down. You got to run in it.
Yeah, no, but finish your point.
Okay, finish it. Yeah. The whole city shut down because, like, this guy, I get it, the president of the United States, the free world is coming. But, like, bro, as in people from surrounding cities, like, it was the best day of their life. They waited in the rain.
They were gassed.
In the rain.
You see, for me, I wish I could fake it, but I don't get it.
I was faking on stage. Oh, are we allowed to say that?
CIA. It's facts, though. It's facts. Of course,
Are they
you
gonna
fake
beat
on
you?
stage.
It got to the stage. I just did this.
Yeah, say it.
Bro, listen, whatever you gotta do to
There was there's so many stories for that day. There was a girl who there was
He was going through it, man.
so we're lining up, right? So we're bear in mind, so we are us that got invited and some people that got invited. Yeah, we're able to go. So we were the people at the back of the president, right? So everyone else is in the front, right? We're at the back of the president. So we're lining up, so we had to like line up in a straight line to go to the back to get on stage. Yeah. And there was this girl who just kept saying, "This doesn't feel right." Yeah,
Still for my ancestors.
Yeah,
Who are ancestors
she's like, she's African.
Like, America has done slavery and stuff like that.
Why did she agree to come?
I have no clue.
and she was still in the line.
And while she was saying it, she was walking. But to be honest, eventually
she stayed on the side,
stayed on the side.
which was a bit mad. I was like, okay, fair enough. Like she really holds by it.
Sorry, it's just funny. There are many steps.
Yeah,
Like they told you they are doing the event. You said yes.
yeah.
You made your way to the place.
And even first, you have to get picked to be on stage. But if you're black, you would have gone.
Yeah, and then you got and then
Wait, was she black?
Yeah.
Okay,
you lined up. You suffered through the weather only to stand at the side.
Yeah.
It was a decision.
Some people just have good morals.
Yeah, bro. I got on there and I had the Irish flag like this.
I don't know.
Is it good morals if you can't stop in your house?
Well, eventually she stopped. Eventually,
You know what?
And do you know what? I waved that flag, and there was a part of me was like, "Am I being a coon?" But I was like, "No, this country give me my passport."
Wait, which flag did you raise?
Irish.
Oh, the Irish.
I wouldn't have raised no American flag. I slagged them every day on the podcast.
I was with them.
You're the cool.
He doesn't care, man.
I was the people as well.
Honestly, he was making sure the camera see him waving the flag. Hey.
Good as well.
Like the Irish one makes sense to me. Like the Islanders, bro, I'm able to go to Greece tomorrow if I want because of that red P. Red Pally.
You're not a coon for waving the Irish flag.
Yeah, man. Wave the Irish.
That's your country.
All right, I know you have to run. Anything you're trying to promote? Anything last thing you're trying
I forgot, and I only remembered at the time when we mentioned Joe. I have a tape coming out.
Hey.
I forgot, that's crazy. Yeah, I was too focused on this girl that was saying it's not right. Bro, I have a tape coming out. My Shades of Yellow.
Class.
28th of April. Man, it's
28th of
I'm
April.
excited. It's like
12 days. From today.
12 days apparently.
Okay, Wednesday when it comes out.
Oh, yeah, well, however many days are there?
Just go
Man,
11,
fair play,
9.
fair play. But listen, if anybody is trying to support me, and you guys especially, buy the tape, please.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not afraid to be a beg. No, listen.
I rate
I'm
it.
beyond
I rate it.
Buy the tape and support. We're making cultural impact. Shades of Yellow. We're celebrating dynamism and multifacetedness right now. Being able to be a full artist and express yourself in multiple different ways and multiple different mediums and languages. So that's what Shades of Yellow is about.
How many songs?
6.
That's sick.
That's
Nice.
nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's a sweet.
that's sick.
But yeah, man. Thank you guys for having me, bro.
Yeah, bro.
It's real.
Do you want to finish off, or do you want? I want to quickly talk about Hakimi. We can let you run, but
Yeah, we just
Where's your head at? What do you
sorry,
want me
bro.
to say?
Where's your head at, brother?
Just where's your head at?
Yeah.
Just that.
No, wait.
Where's your head at?
It's a question like, where's your head at?
Oh, you're asking me.
Yeah.
Oh, I was like, what? You want me to say where's your head at?
Support, do you?
Sorry. Bro, let me tell you exactly where my head is at. Nah, where's my head at right now? I'm in a good space. I'll be honest. I'm in a good space. I'm feeling good. I'm also in like a little bit of do you guys care? Like, do we care?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm in a bit of like a weird position, starting new things and also the anxiety that comes with that.
Yeah.
And wanting to make sure everything goes off without a hitch and just, I'm also balancing your career, family life, all that kind of stuff. So I'm in a good space right now. I feel like I'm doing like a crazy balancing act, but my head is very well placed at the center of my.
Do you know
Center of my
considering
shoulders.
everything that's happening, if you're in a good space, you're doing good.
Absolutely.
You're doing well.
Yeah. It's important. Yeah.
But yeah, man. Thank you guys for having me, man. It's
Yeah.
real high, guys.
Appreciate you,
This
brother.
was one of our better ones.
I'm glad.
It was,
I'm
wasn't
glad.
It's not.
I'm
And
glad.
I'm not just saying that it was.
I'm sure. Are you sure when I leave now you won't be like that was shit? Nah, love, boys, love.
Yo, hold on.
Yeah, absolutely.